Vote for Dylan G because he's a real G.
Let me take her to the back, she wanna look at me. Headshot, 223, bear rock, movie scene. Baby, let's turn up in this party, what's a wedding ring?
Dylan Garcia is an independent mayoral candidate running under the Fisherman United banner. His campaign financing strategy has primarily focused on small individual contributions, notably refraining from receiving donations from corporate political action committees, known as PACs.
Huh?
Who's this radical racist bigot that's running for the mayor of San Gabriel?
Huh?
Meet Dylan Garcia, the representative of the Fisherman United Party. Dylan recently had a press conference where he was eating cupcakes and manspreading, not really caring about the American people. Is Jolly Josher of the Bakersfield Party a better candidate for mayor than Dylan Garcia?
And this is one of the political advertisements that Joshua Francisco, Dylan Garcia's main opponent in the upcoming San Gabriel mayoral election, is running. Francisco has run such ads for the past 3 months, and campaign finance trackers have indicated that a Francisco-affiliated super PAC has spent upwards of $500 million in an effort to influence this upcoming election. For the past decade and a half, elections such as this one have been heavily, and to some unjustly, impacted by large corporations through the campaign ads that have been run by such corporations. To understand why this is so, we need some context. Here we have our 2 resident constitutional experts, Ryan and Alexander.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jason. So, in 2002, the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act blocked corporations from using their funds to publish political advertisements or opinions on a candidate 30 days before a primary election. Additionally, the act regulated the financing of political campaigns by placing regulations on individual contributions and increasing transparency in campaign finance to eliminate the soft money loopholes. In the 2008 presidential election, a group called Citizens United produced a film, Hillary the Movie, set to be released on DirecTV within that 30-day period. This film leveled scandalous accusations against Hillary Clinton, who was running for the Democratic presidential nomination. Citizens United feared the Federal Election Commission would apply the rules of the BCRA to their movie, withholding potential advertisements and airtime. As a result, Citizens United challenged the constitutionality of the BCRA in a case that soon arrived at the Supreme Court.
The key question at hand is whether the BCRA's prohibition of election-related communications, as well as the ban on corporations creating political advertisements, was constitutional or not. On January 10, 2010, in a 5-4 decision, it was ruled that corporations had the same First Amendment rights as individuals when it came to campaign communications, equating the spending of money to the freedoms of speech. Further yet, according to the majority, limitations on corporate campaign spending was equivalent to government censorship of an individual. The dissenting opinion noted that the majority ruling increases the power of corporations in elections and on candidates, threatening the integrity of the electoral process. And with that landmark decision, the floodgates were opened. In the 2024 election cycle, Super PACs, a type of organization that arose from this decision, permitted to raise unlimited funds to support or oppose political causes, spent over $2.6 to $2.7 billion in the logistics and advertising associated with political campaigns. With the rise of Super PACs, many have raised concerns regarding the voting power of ordinary Americans and the passage of policies contrary to working class interests. This has also increased the advantage of incumbents in Congress, who are often favored for donations from corporations and independent organizations, raising the barrier of entry for challengers who wish to unseat them. In the 2024 election cycle, challenger campaigns for the Senate raised an average $2.7 million compared to the average $31 million raised by incumbent campaigns, illustrating the scale of resources necessary for a campaign in a post-Citizens United political landscape.
For Dylan, the tax levied by super PACs and the consequences of the 2010 decision has never felt more personal. He would lament what could have been if the Citizens United case had gone the other way.
Not only have these incessant attacks enabled by the limited campaign spending of the Super PACs taken a personal, emotional toll on me, it has also made a mockery of the American democratic process. If the positions would have gone the other way, there would have likely been none of these stupid PACs. You wouldn't have these corporations set loose over the American electorate with their big stacks of cash and their now unlimited airtime. 3 days before the election, just think about what could have been.
Indeed, the political landscape would have been dramatically different. Americans' trust in the government has been eroded in no small part due to the perceived influence of quote-unquote dark money. If the landmark decision in 2010 had gone the other way, there would have been a far greater trust in the government. This then would have meant that incumbents would be more accountable to their constituents due to a decreased incumbency advantage and a scaling down of the resources necessary to mount a successful campaign. In such a world, campaigns funded by grassroots voters would have been able to more easily stand up against the whims of big money.